Welcome to the Memory Memo.
All right, guys, welcome to this episode of The Memo. This episode, we have the world-famous Ja Rule as our guest tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Them in the back been drinking. You know what I mean?
and we're sampling some of his very, very fine whiskey, Amber and Opal. Yeah. And it's the first time I'm trying it, and it's very, very good. It's very smooth and sweet. I
Cheers,
really
fellas.
enjoy it.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Salud.
Salud.
So, glad to have you in Montauk. I know this is not your first time here.
Yeah, we used to run these Montauk streets a little bit.
Tell us about your booze venture. We want to hear all about it.
I mean, it's a magnificent tasting whiskey.
It is. It really is. It's good.
It's a honey botanical whiskey. We're gonna start right there. There's not a lot of honey whiskeys on the market. There are several honey whiskeys on the market, but nothing quite like this. Ours is very unique to the taste, very unique to the palate. Mm-hmm. You know, it started out as a business venture for me and my partners. You know, we're also investors. You know, we invest in different things, and so during COVID, we were investing in some cool business ventures. And one that came across our desk was this whiskey DAO to buy a warehouse full of whiskey out in
DAO,
Iowa.
like crypto DAO.
Like a crypto DAO, yeah.
I heard you were a crypto guy.
Yeah, so
I didn't know John was in the crypto thing.
yeah, I dabble a little bit, you know.
That's what Queens niggas do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
So that's how this kind of started.
So, outside of the booze, what else you got going on?
You know, first and foremost, I'm on tour this summer. Me and Nelly.
Who you going on tour with?
It's me, Nelly, Eve, Fabulous.
Oh, wow.
I think that's a Chingy. I don't leave my brother out. I don't
Ching?
leave nobody out.
Word?
Yeah, Chingaling will be out.
My
with us, too.
man.
Yeah, so it's a good source where the party at. So the party will be with us this summer.
Nice.
We outdoors.
Got some new music coming out too?
I do. I've been working on stuff. You know, I got my new label, Iconic Sound, and you know, I'm kind of looking to put some new artists out there in the market. But
Okay, let's talk about the new artists. I love talking about new artists.
yeah, I love
And you
new
know what?
artists.
I want to talk about too, with new artists, right? When you first came out and you had a tremendous run, it is such a different era in terms of the way that artists get broke and what's going on.
Yeah.
And I want to hear, about what it's like, how the music industry has changed since the new artists you're breaking now versus the artists that you had when you were.
I mean,
on top.
It's very different. It's very different. You know, everything now is digital and
Streaming,
and it's just easier for the kids to access their audience, which is cool in a lot of ways.
But there's also a lot more competition, right? Like
A
it's
lot of more competition, but a lot of it's watered down. You know, in my day, you know, we were handpicked, so to speak.
Exactly.
Like you had to, you know, be the cream of the
You
crop.
got handpicked twice, though,
in
right?
your area, in certain of your. Yeah, you know, I had my first deal when I was with my group, and then
Cash Money Click,
yeah,
right?
Cash Money Click, and then you know,
Fortune and Fame was the Queen's
didn't-
anthem, baby.
That didn't work the way we wanted it to. Yeah, that was my.
It was.
guys,
No,
man.
I'm saying it was. You know, I'm from Queens, so when that song was out with Mike and all of them, like, you know,
Black and my guys, yeah, we was young and we was hungry and that's kind of our buzz was definitely, you know, throughout the neighborhood, and you know, that's kind of how we got our deal. You know, Jam Master Jay, you know, he God rest his dead. He heard us and knew of us from being in the neighborhood and having that little black and white grainy video, and you know, he
still a classic to this day.
Yeah, and thank you, and he, you know, he legendarily.
Were you trying to like earn a living at this time? Or was it for fun?
No. I was selling drugs and doing knucklehead shit at the time. You know, that's just what we did in the hood. But
Hollis Ave.
But I, you know, I always knew that not always, but since I was in high school, I kind of knew that I had a talent to make music, and was trying to pursue it at that moment. And so
Well, you know, at
Jam
that
Master
time-
Jay was intricate in that.
You know, at that time, you was the nicest dude on that clique. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thank you, my
You know,
brother.
everybody,
Thank
like
you, my
in my
brother.
neighborhood, you know, I'm from 112.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Colfax, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, everybody on Murdoch was like, you know,
Yeah.
fucking with you at first. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas knew me, you know, from being around in different ciphers and just being in the neighborhood. You know, we used to go over because I went to John Adams and shit.
You went to John Adams. I went to Andrew Jack.
Yeah, so we was over on the south side, and they used to have park jams in Lincoln Park and shit like
Yup,
that. And this
yup.
one, you know, Cochise and
Yup.
and like Spank G and dudes like that used to just tear the park jams down. And you know, I was just a young dude like waiting to get my moment, you know,
Yeah.
to be that, to be a part of that, and you know, being able to do that really got my, you know, my mind and energy going. Like, you know, I could do this in this,
See,
this
I'm
music
from
business.
Ridgefield, Connecticut. So
Yeah.
you didn't hit Ridgefield, Connecticut until like was
Yeah.
coming out with
Holla, holla.
Yeah, I think it was Holla
Can
Holla.
I get
I
her?
think that was
Probably.
like
Can I get her with Jay?
that was it. And then
Yeah.
you know that whole sound where I mean this might be fucked up to say, but that whole like singing and rapping, that like kind of what Drake became, like
Yeah.
or that style that you had.
Yeah.
That was the first time we ever heard anything like that, right? Because it was
Absolutely.
either you were going down.
I wouldn't say, you know, I don't like to take credit for starting melodic rap. It is
That's what you call it, melodic rap.
I mean, well, that's what they call it. That's what they call it. But there were artists that did it way before me. You know, one of the first. If we were going to give anybody the fucking props of melodic rap, it would have to be Curtis Blow with Daydreaming.
Yup,
Yeah.
He sang the
Yup,
whole fucking
yeah.
record.
Yup,
You know what I'm saying?
yup.
And when in a time when that wasn't cool at all.
At
you know
all.
what I'm saying? And so, you know, then you go down a lineage of records that were big, you know, LL Cool J, I Need Love, of course, and Method and Mary.
Right, Mary.
You know, but what I kind of brought to the table that was different from any of those records was the duet.
Right.
My records were so blended. Me and Jennifer, me and Ashanti, you know, me and Lil Mo.
Lil Mo.
That Mary, you know, that those records felt like what they were. They were duets. But see, what people don't know is I was writing those records. And so I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I was just wanting to be more on the record with these, you know. I'm writing a record for Jennifer Lopez. Of course I want to be on the hook. Of course I want to be fucking have
Of course
a
I wanna be
second
in the
verse.
video
You know
and
what
all
I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah,
I want-
yeah.
Wasn't
and so
there some
that's how
like
that kinda came
Ashanti,
about.
Jennifer Lopez, like they both were on the same track, but was that? Am I right about that or no?
No, so you know, there's a, you know, it's I don't know
Allure?
why it's a big deal. Artists have been doing it for fucking hundreds of years of singing, but you know, Shanti is on like some of the under vocals of Ain't It Funny, because you know she wrote the verses to Ain't It Funny. I wrote the hook and the bridge to Ain't It Funny, and I wrote all of I'm Real. So you know, people get that a little bit misconstrued how that
I
went
didn't know
down.
that.
I wrote I'm Real for Jennifer, and then I created Ain't It Funny for her, and then wrote the hook and then the bridge, and Ashanti did the two verses. So that was our co-creation on that, and then Bonnie referenced the track, and Irv left some of her vocals underneath just to give it some fullness, you know, under Jennifer's vocals. But if you know anything about music and R&B and hip hop and whatever, it's been going on since the beginning of the time. A lot of artists do that all the time.
Who was your
it's not
favorite
that big
artist
of
to
a
work
deal.
with? From both a male
I love
and
working
female
with them
perspective.
all. You know, usually for me it's the hip hop dudes doing, you know, getting in the studio and with Nas and Jay and, you know, artists, you know, like that, you know, that X, you know, all these dudes.
Yo, I remember when X and you kind of came out at the same time,
Yeah.
and you had a similar sound.
Yeah.
Now when I hear the music, I'm like, not at all.
Yeah.
But when it first came out, it seemed to me to be in the same
Yeah.
kind of thing.
You know,
No, they don't sound alike at all right
me
now.
and the
But
dog
when they came
you
out,
know, we both got a similar raspiness to our voice.
I said that. Didn't I say that?
And I think that's kind of where that came from.
Yeah.
You know, me and Dog had a conversation about the shit, and I'm like, Dog, you really think we sounded like my nigga? Like, it was the funniest shit.
Was it like healthy competition, or like did you look at it like, yo, I'm with this dude, like let me go extra hard? So you know what I'm saying, or was it
you
cool?
know, it was crazy because Leor. Big shout to Leor.
Leor Cohen.
Big shout to Lansky. He had a way of pulling the best out of the competition and the guys he had on his label. So he'd pop into my session and be like, "Hey, Ja, Jay's working on his new album. Just thought I'd let you know that, big boy." You know what I'm saying?
I love the voice.
And that's the type of competitive edge that he used to push us all to.
A healthy competitive.
Yeah, we all just wanted to be great, and we all just wanted to be the best. And so, while we were having those moments and having those opportunities, we took them.
Yeah.
Going back to like when we were started this whole conversation with new artists, do you think it's better for new artists now than it was back then? Like easier for them to get like a better deal, not get like, you know what I mean? Like you always hear like, oh, my first record I got kind of screwed on or whatever it is.
The 360 deal.
But do you think it's better now?
It's yes and no. If you're an independent artist, of course, you owning everything. You own your masters, you own your pub, you own the catalog's yours. You go out there, you work, you do your thing. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get the accolades for that. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get the awards, you're not gonna get the Grammys, you're not gonna get the MTV awards, because those seats are reserved for the
people in the
artists
system.
that are in the system.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it goes. So you can, and nowadays, you couldn't do it back in the days.
Right.
But nowadays, you can do that and make a lot of money. It was crazy because we were listening to Chance, the rapper, earlier. And I was just saying, wow, Chance hasn't been as hot as he was when he won his Grammy and stuff like that. But, I happen to feel like that's by design. When he won those Grammys, I feel like the industry felt like it wasn't Chance winning those Grammys. It was independent artists winning those Grammys. And if we allow that to artists to feel like I can do this without the machine, then where does that leave us? So when I look at those type of situations, I'm like, wow, maybe that's why we don't get Chance.
Well, now you're on the other side of that too, because you got your own.
Absolutely,
you bring your own people.
And so I always,
in a good way, not like but
I always
you gotta
know how the politics of the game kind of work. Once I got in the game, you start to learn those things, so you understand the politics of it all. But it is a game to be played, So you got to know how you to play it and know what you want out of it.
Do you contribute to God rest his soul, Irv?
That's my brother.
I know it's your brother. You know what I'm saying? God rest his soul, man. He's influenced this industry crazy.
Yeah.
You found a lot of artists, right?
He found a lot of artists.
Definitely.
But did he help you, and did you learn from him?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like the ins and outs of the game.
We learned a lot from each other because we kind of came into this thing together, learning a lot of the shit together. I was always the push it to the limit, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like Irv would be like, "Rule, you bugging? Like they not gonna give us that." And I'd be like, "How the fuck you know?"
If you don't ask,
you ain't asking. You don't know.
Right.
And that was our banter, and lo and behold, I'd go in and we'd ask for crazy shit and we'd get some of it, you know what I'm saying? And he'd be like, "Yo, Rule, you a crazy motherfucker," when we got that shit. And we go out, and be happy about it, and then sometimes we'd be like, "Nigga, I told you.
I told you."
So but that ever since I had I did my first movie, Turn It Up. The Guy Ritchie movie.
I remember that.
Turn up with Jason Statham.
With Jason Statham.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a big movie guy, so like all your movie stuff.
He's
I'm
the movie guy. With he's gonna ask you about Steven Seagal and all this.
I want to know.
Tell us what it was like working with Steven Seagal.
I want to know.
How do we get Steven Seagal?
So that sorry, we totally went into movies, but I'll say it like so. That movie, I really liked. Half past that, like I really liked it. It was a little different at the time, but like Steven Seagal was like still super huge. I mean, not that he's not now, but it was just like the time, and that was like, what was it like working with that guy? Because you were in like that was you was in that movie, like you know what I mean, like
Steven
that was.
Seagal is the movie within the movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, so I go to his house. We shot the movie in fucking Germany.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, what was this house like?
This is what I'm about to say.
We got the drinks in our head. BK, let him talk. Let him talk.
My bad. Go ahead.
But no, Steve was a great guy. But like I go to his house, he had like a compound, and it's like barbed wire fences. It's like a fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like he has like this crazy attack fucking German Shepherd and shit. So I go into this is some real shit. So I go into the house to meet him and shit, and he has on like one of those like one of those like Asian type of.
Everything is dojoed out, right?
Yeah, dojo. That's
He got like a
dojo.
key on or something. Yeah.
Right. He got his shit on.
Like the Aladdin pants and the full gut stuff.
And he's got the dog, and the dog is like, and he's like, you know, hits him and he fucking does his shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking and I'm like, this is it's like a movie. Like, it goes down the stairs. He's like, Ja, come in. So Steven Seagal is the movie within the movie, but he's a good dude, man. We hung out a lot, had a lot of fun shooting the movie with him, man.
It was a good movie. I like that movie.
Yeah,
like
he's a good dude, man. We had a lot of fun.
Did you ever talk about his album?
Steven Seagal has an album?
But,
You didn't know about that?
But he did come to the studio with me, because I'm always working and shit. So when I was out there, I had studio time. He came to the studio with me. He played his guitar. You know what I'm saying? He used to play his guitar on the set too. You know what I mean? He come in my dressing room and shit in my trailer and fuck with me and play his guitar. Steve's a good dude. Very different dude. Very eclectic.
Yeah. Good word. Yeah. Sure.
Good
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Well, so
A
you
lot
about to spit some
of
balls?
eclectic people out here in Montauk. This place is a whole nother world,
I know.
man.
I know.
What do you think? What do you like about this place, Montauk? We got to bring it back to Montauk every once in a while.
Listen, man. I love the Hamptons. The Hamptons is very white.
Yes.
It's like Hamptons is like the whitest place.
It can be. I mean, come on. We're more diverse now.
I didn't want to say anything.
We're like the only black guys here.
No, there's another one over there. Mouse, where are you?
There you go, right there.
There's like 5 of us in all of Montauk right now. Nah, I love the Hamptons, man. I've been coming here for a long time since
Forever.
fucking, like 2000 and shit, or like late 90s and shit. Been coming out, white parties, all the good
white
fun.
parties.
All the good
You
fun.
went to the white parties.
I went to one.
Yeah. I went to one too. I didn't see anything fucking too weird when I went.
There's
To be
anything
honest.
going on, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't
Great,
stay for
good
the
time.
after party, but it was like at Cipriani,
man,
people hanging out, and that was that.
Everybody was at the white party. That's why
Yeah,
the fuck
That's
you went.
true.
You went there.
If you were in New York at that time and
it
you were
was
making
the
things
who's
happen,
and the
that's
who
what
and
was
the
going
who
on.
and the who, and
That's where you
everybody
went.
was there. So,
The white party in the Hamptons.
but it
baby.
wasn't always. See, the white parties were handed down. Like it wasn't always Diddy's parties. At first, Russell was doing the white party.
Russell,
shit.
Russell was doing it back in the day. Hell yeah.
So it kind of got handed down and shit, but. Maybe I'll start doing the motherfucking
Why
white
not?
party. Let's go.
Let's go. Fuck that. Let's go, baby.
Maybe next year I'll do a crazy
Word.
white party.
I gotta get an invite. I've never been to one.
But now,
get an
no,
invite.
it's been handed down like Ruben does them now. Like,
Ruben's party is the best party.
He's been crushing
That's
it. He's been crushing
That's
it.
it, right?
So I can't beat Ruben. He's crushing him. So he's got it. He's got the mantle, and let him rock.
Let him rock out.
Yeah.
No, that's like that's like when I used to work landscaping when I was like 18.
Yeah.
We used to do Diddy's property up in East Hampton. Like we used to do like that, and we were always like, "Oh, it must be so cool to go to a white party." Like I don't know, we were like, I remember like being like, "Oh man," we'd be like raking leaves and shit, and be like, "Oh man, imagine it'd be so much fun." Like so I always think about that shit because he had the club in East Hampton for a little while.
What
too.
was this club? Starling?
It was Resort. So Tsunamis.
Tsunamis, really?
Tsunamis. It was where Common Ground was.
Oh, R&B
shit.
Common Grounds, East Hampton.
Yeah, but
Moving on, but that's all
I'm
right.
saying
that
that
shit, I remember
space
good
was
times, man.
Tsunamis.
Where are they moving
Memories
now?
start to flow.
The clubhouse.
Oh, Clubhouse. Good for them. That's going to be good. It's bigger.
Yeah,
Better.
bigger, yeah.
Badder.
Yeah,
Cool.
man. Good shit, man.
Nice.
Good shit.
So, look, we were very happy to have you out here. I
Hell
think this
yeah,
was
hell
awesome,
yeah.
man. Appreciate
Hell
it.
yeah.
Thank you so
Man,
much.
Appreciate y'all.
Especially
man.
me,
Man,
like I said, I'm from
Blues.
Queens and shit. So this
Queens in
is
the
this is
building,
big
baby.
for me.
Queens
You know
in
what I
the
mean?
building.
All my about the posters, all my niggas be like, yo,
Yeah.
what y'all? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you
No
right now.
doubt.
So.
Come on, man. What happened to our Knicks, man?
Oh man, let's not even talk about the Knicks,
Word.
man. Unless you want,
He said, "Let's not even talk
unless
about
you
the
want to
Knicks,
talk
man."
about
No, but
it.
honestly, they beat the
I'm
Celtics.
heartbroken, man.
Yeah, they did beat
Especially
the Celtics.
watching
They
this
crushed the
happen,
Celtics.
Exactly.
watching OKC fucking falling apart. It's like this could have been us.
It
This
could've
coulda
been us, man. It was game one that fucked us up. If we'd have had game one, we would have beat them. We'd have beat them in the Garden game 7.
If OKC loses this game, this is more of a heartbreak.
This is more of a
to
stabbing.
me that the Knicks could have
Coulda-
actually won the chip this
Absolutely.
year. And
Absolutely.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
I
Absolutely.
don't think I've been this fired up when the Knicks were playing since like Mason, Starks, Oakley.
Man, we haven't been
But
good.
listen,
We
but
haven't
listen.
been good.
New
We
York
haven't
has
been
been that
good. We haven't been
fired
good
up.
since. We haven't been good since Fortune and Fame.
But we
Word of my mother.
This
Wow,
is
yeah.
how the Knicks always fumble the fucking ball.
That-
That Knicks team
Right.
was the Knicks team that was supposed to win
When-
when Jordan retired
Retired,
for 2 years.
absolutely.
We were supposed to sneak in there and get
Absolutely.
one. We fucking lose the finger roll. Remember the
Yeah,
finger
yeah,
roll?
yeah.
I just remember.
Against Indiana.
Do you remember when Reggie Miller hit like 23
Yeah,
threes
yeah.
in 2
Don't
minutes?
talk about that big
That's
head
not
motherfucker,
nightmares
man.
about
I'm
that.
sick of him. Man. I'm still sick of Reggie Miller.
What is it?
God.
9 points in 1 minute.
In 1 minute or some
9
shit
points
like
in
that.
1 minute. Reggie
was
Miller.
wild.
That's what
That
fucked
was
us.
wild.
That was what fucked us. Yeah.
But yeah, man.
All right.
Thank you.
John, thank you so
Much
much.
love, man.
Hey,
Much
yo.
love, man. Appreciate
Hey, yo.
y'all.
Yeah, Amber and Opal.
Amber.
Amber and
Yeah,
Opal,
get
Amber and
man.
Opal.
In Total Wine, Sealbox.com, ReserveBot.com. How you say the other one? Flavyard.com as well.
Y'all
for
heard,
sure.
y'all heard it first right here. Get this is good.
He said about Mary.
He want to know about Mary, man. He still want to know
what's
about
your
Mary.
question?
Which one
What's
you
your
wanna know
question?
about Mary?
What's your
Which one
question,
you know about
Mouse?
Mary?
Go ahead, Mouse.
I want to know how you put that together, man. That was fire.
I wrote that record too. So that's a good question and good story. I wrote Rainy Days on 9/11. When the planes went into the towers. My wife, she comes upstairs, she wakes me up. She's like, babe, the planes blowing up the tower. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
This he was asleep. He was asleep when the
I-
first one hit.
I was asleep too. I was a smart man. I was asleep too.
I said the world on attack. He
Yo,
went back to sleep.
So I woke up to turn on the TV to see the next one, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like, what the fuck is going
Word.
on? So in that moment, I go down to my studio, and Nori comes over to my crib to record me. This is
Left rack city in the house.
Nori.
Nori lived up the block from me at the time and
That's
shit.
Left rack,
I had
baby.
Nori come up the block and shit to record me and shit. And at the time when Nori was there, I just wanted to get out the ideas of the record. So I just had the melodies that I wanted to put to the record. And so I was in there humming them out, kind of, you know.
Yo, wow. I thought Mary wrote this all these years. I already thought Mary wrote
No, I
that.
wrote the whole record.
No,
And
I'm
so-
saying that's why I'm like, I thought that's what
Yeah,
makes it even
yeah.
more impressive that you wrote that because I
And
thought
so
Mary wrote
here's the
that.
craziest shit. I wrote the record for TLC. I didn't have Mary in mind when I wrote
shit.
the record.
Wow.
So if you listen to the record, you hear me with saying references of, didn't I tell you before about chasing
Yeah,
those
yeah.
waterfalls? Yeah, just those
Wow.
rainy days. So there's references to that. But so I wrote the rap for Left Eye. The whole shit, it was for them. Wrote this record on 9/11. I felt like that's what the world was going through at the moment. It was going through a rainy day. I know it's a light metaphor for what was
Right.
happening at the moment, but it was a metaphor nonetheless. And I felt like as a people, as resilient as we are as people, when we come together as people, as the human race, we're very resilient. And
That's why the song
felt
did so good.
Yeah, and I felt like, we this day, this thing too will pass, and the sun will come out, and we'll all smile again and shine again, and that would be that. And so I wrote this record, and I brought it into L.A. Reid. After I wrote it, and I said, I'm like, L.A., I got this dope ass record. Wrote it for TLC. I'm like, call Tion, let's get on the phone. I wanted to hear it. Ooh, he calls T-Boz. And he's like, T, listen to the record. I got this record, and we banging it. We blasting it in the motherfucking Def Jam office and shit. Tion loves the record. She's like, this is dope. Woo woo. Mary J. Blige peeks in like,
Oh, yep. What's that?
What's that?
What is that?
What the fuck is that?
I
You know
want
what I'm saying?
that. Mm-hmm.
She takes the CD, and that was it.
And that was it.
She went, recorded that motherfucker,
It killed it.
And killed it. And then how you say no to the queen after
You
she
can't.
do that?
No, you can't.
know what I mean?
You
So-
can't. You
Wow.
can't.
So that's the magic of.
And again, look how it turned out.
Yeah, that's the magic of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just never
Yeah,
know.
you never know.
Yeah.
From that inspiration, brought out a song that lasts to this day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And you know your songs last to this day too, because you know, what's that song, Mouse? Do I do? My daughter knows that song because
Living it up.
Living It Up.
Yeah.
She knows that song because of Friday.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Because
You're
of
right.
Friday.
You're right.
So I'm like, she praying.
Right.
I'm like,
You're
I'm like,
right.
what you know
No,
about
I
this?
didn't think
She's like,
about
that's a
it.
song on Friday, Dad. I
That's
said,
a
no,
dope-
that's Ja Rule.
It's so crazy because that's like one of the dopest scenes. That's one of the most memorable scenes in Friday when Pinky coming
When
in
Pinky
the crib.
coming- exactly.
Like Pinky,
Yeah. And So that's what I'm saying. My daughter was like, I'm like, how you know that song?
Yeah.
That's the song on Friday. I said, no, that's Ja Rule, baby.
You know what's so
This
crazy?
song on Friday.
Here's the craziest shit. I'm doing the event earlier today when we have Blue and Cream. And Jeff says to me, he says, John, man, he says, you know, how does it feel to have your music transcend into like generations? Because I was taking pictures with the little, they were like 12 or some shit. And they were like fans, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that part of it, I didn't really think about.
Right,
Because
because
that does help transcend.
It does help you.
To the next
next
generation. Because
generation, exactly.
all the kids are going to watch Friday. I don't care what generation. They're all going
Yeah,
to watch
exactly.
that shit. And that
Exactly.
scene when Pinky comes
Yeah.
in, and then now...
Do I do? Live it up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's why I said I was so shocked when my daughter was playing it, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
do you know where that's from?
Yeah.
Like, you know the original song to that? You know what I mean?
That's a dope perspective. I never really thought of it. You know, I just, you don't think about how it transcends. You know what I'm saying? You just are blessed and happy that it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Shout out to Tiffany. I said your name before the Ja Rule, all right?
That's what's up. Big shout out to Tiff.
No doubt, no
No
doubt.
doubt.
There you go, Tiff.
No doubt.
Know what I
That's
mean?
love, man.
Thank you, man.
I heard your daughter just got married.
Yes, she did.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. man.
How is it being from, coming from where we come from?
Yeah.
And being a grandfather and a family.
not a
man.
grandfather
Oh, you're
yet.
not? I'm sorry.
Not
I'm
yet.
sorry.
Not
I'm
yet.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jumping the
My
gun
daughter
on
got
it,
Jumping the gun.
man,
Because
Jesus.
I'm a grandfather, so I'm jumping the gun. My bad.
But it's the best feeling in the world for me to,
They're ready.
have my daughter walk down the aisle and shit.
Yeah, they're ready outside.
Yeah, all right.
Oh,
John, thank you so much,
Yo,
man.
John, thanks, yo.
I
Thank you, man.
appreciate y'all. They throwing us
John.
out.
They throwing us out, man.
My guys,
John,
yes.
thank you.
Appreciate
Yo,
y'all.
Queens in the house. Queens in the
With ice for you, of
Thank you, baby.
course.
Just
Ryan?
put it on the corner of the...
And I'm taking one with you guys.
Hey, talk
I'm
to
taking. Where's
That's
Ryan?
Fran. She's crazy.
Crazy
white girl. My crazy white girl. You know
you. Gotta love it. Anthony's, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Anthony's, man.
Where's Ryan?
Yo, this is smooth right here. This is a
Thank
whiskey.
you, man. Cheers, my brother. Yeah.
Cheers.
It's a honey whiskey.
This tastes good.
Yeah,
Wait.
thank you, man.
We ready? We ready?
Love it.
I feel like I'm going to get drunk.
Yeah,
Fucking-
1 2 1
Go
2
down
1 2
really
1 2 1
Yeah,
2.
we're gonna get fucked up right now.